Eddie, you were calling the Pens win last night, and
Yeah.
Sid's always going to be a guy that I think a lot of Canadian hockey fans are tracking just because of who he is, and we referenced he's the
100%.
captain and he's going to the Four Nations. But the fact of the matter is, Pittsburgh's they're in a pretty tough place, second last in the East. Yet you got to see him up close.
It's been like, but Brian, it's been like that. I mean,
Exactly.
Like,
No,
it's been
exactly.
like this for a handful of years now. So I think it's obviously. I mean, it's sad because you look at Sid like last year. I thought he should have won the Selke Trophy last year. I mean, I know Barkov had an unbelievable year, but I thought Sid had just as good as a year, maybe one of the best years he's had in a very, very long time when it comes to the 200-foot game. So, look, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but I mean, this is like I sometimes when people say like they're really surprised that the Penguins are where they are or whatever. Well, I mean, unless you just kind of woke up and you just see what's going on and go, geez, well, yeah, how does this team, but like this has been on the horizon here for, a good, 4 years, 5 years maybe? I mean, I think that's fair. Now, look at, he does have, Sid still has the ability, like he did last night, to keep you and drag you into the fight and give you a chance. But, last time I checked, Father and Mother Time are undefeated, and, he needs help. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And they're in must-win situations, each and every night now. And I mean, talking to Mike Sullivan, before the morning skate yesterday, I mean, you can just tell, like he feels like they played their best game of the season in LA a couple of games ago, and then they go and lose to Anaheim and, in Seattle, and then the Dogs
San Jose, they lost, I think.
They lost to San Jose. I mean, I didn't think they played all that great in San Jose, but I mean, not that really matters, but like they think that they kind of deserve better in some of these games, but you've played 50 games now, and you're a bubble team. I mean, you were a bubble team last year. You missed. You're a bubble team this year, and unless you go on a 8 of 10 or 15 of 20 here, you're going to be on the outside looking in. So I mean, it's I feel for Sid, but I mean, look, we've seen this in a lot of different markets where you have Hall of Fame players, playing in their 16, 17, 18 season, and having a difficult time getting their teams to where they were before. I mean, it's happened in Detroit, it happened in Chicago, it's happening in Pittsburgh now. So, I mean, it's just inevitable is that if the ownership and the franchises aren't ahead of it, this is what's going to end up happening. I mean, look what's happened in Chicago here now. I mean, you're going on almost 8 years now. Detroit, it's been a battle, right? I mean, since the days of Lidstrom and Datsuk and Zetterberg and Holmstrom and, Steve and all those guys. I mean, that's so, but I think a lot of hockey people saw this coming a couple of years ago as if they didn't, if they didn't turn the page or try to go in a different direction, and they just kept coming back with it. And now they're in they're in the same spot that they were last year. And, I mean, how do they get out of it? And then I mean, they're going to be a bubble team again next year, right? I mean,
at best.
Don't know how they're going to get out of it. And look, I mean, watching him play is still amazing. I mean, look, I was lucky enough to be there in Pittsburgh when he was a rookie in the National Hockey League, and I mean, this guy had a lot of pressure on him and did not disappoint. I mean, from the first day he stepped on the ice at practice, you just knew that this guy was breathing different air, and this guy is going to go down as, without a doubt, one of the greatest players to ever play in the National Hockey League.